Hey YouTube, want to get another video up about my experience with the Fujifilm XF 70-300. About a month ago, I took it out again, and I know it's been some time. A month is a long time, but about a month ago, I took it out with me with some traveling I did with the family. Was up in Houghton, Michigan, and I took this bad boy out. This is it right here. I'm loving it, loving it. Not a bad size. And I took this lens out with me and shot it on the X Pro 3. I wanted to see again how it can be my one and done solution for traveling. And I gotta say, I'm really liking the pictures, the images that are coming out. Already like the Fuji colors, which is why I'm a big Fuji shooter as it is. But wanted to continue to show you folks exactly what the 70-300 has been able to do for me. Again, I'm really impressed with how well this lens has worked for me. While I was out in Houghton, I got a chance to go out for about 2 hours on one of the days I was up there to shoot with this guy. And one of the things that I'm pretty excited about when it comes to this particular lens, having had other super zooms and tele zooms, one of the biggest things that has always been a pain in the butt is lens creep. And lens creep is when you have the lens on your camera and you're holding it at an angle where the lens is pointing toward the ground, and because over time the mechanisms inside will wear a little, your seals will wear a little, and you basically get what is called lens creep. And if I can do this right, there we go. It slowly starts to pull itself out of the barrel and goes to the point where it's fully extended. And of course, you're not at the focal length that you were expecting you were going to be at. You lift your lens up to shoot, and bam-o, it's not where you need it to be. And the only way to fix that is to really send it in and have the seals redone, if that's the case. Basically, kind of a maintenance deal on it to get it to maintain its original stiffness so that you don't get lens creep. And while I was out in Houghton, I discovered a bike path and went on that bike path for about an hour walking, doing some shots, testing out the lens. Same thing I did on the previous video when I was in Petoskey. And the thing that impressed me the most was the fact that this thing, with all the shots I've taken with it so far, there's no sign or indication that the stiffness that's in this lens right now and in the seals is going to let up. I was hand holding this camera, the camera with the lens, taking shots, and was just really impressed at how well it kept itself in the position. In some cases, even with the barrel slightly extended out at a particular photo length or zoom length, I was able to bring it back up and take a shot. And that part really impressed me. The other thing that really impressed me is the lock function. This guy right here, that lock function, hopefully that's in focus. I really like their execution of that. I mean, you basically push it down and it's in lock, but when you're ready to extend, you just a gentle tug and it releases it, and you can use this. You're back in. That, coupled with the stiffness of the lens, is zooming it out, I think it's a beautiful combination, and I really love how they executed that with Fuji and putting this lens together. So I had a lot of fun with this thing. It has definitely made my travel list. I definitely will be taking this every time I go out on travel to shoot with. Now, I was impressed that I was able to get some really good shots with this thing like I did in Petoskey when it came to using the X Pro 3. I did not bring my XT4 with me, which has IBIS in it, and only relied on the optical image stabilization of the lens and got some really good shots. That video was my third video that I've produced. And again, I really love the shots that I got out of it. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and show you guys some of the photos I took. Again, this is just me walking around. Nothing spectacular. but just showing off the capabilities of the lens, the quality of the images that it's producing, which again is why I'm a big Fuji shooter as it is today. And hopefully you guys will enjoy the pictures and then see what this lens is all about. Also, I will be doing a little voiceover, maybe kind of explaining what's going on in some of these photos as well. So you might hear some of that. Haven't decided on that yet. And as always, I am using LumaFusion to do all of the editing and produce these videos as I learn it. First two videos I did, you saw some transitioning going in there as I played with that. I also decided to do the story blocks and pay that fee so I can have access to some music and really get 100% ingrained into using LumaFusion on my iPad to do these videos. With this one though, I think I'm gonna reduce my use of the transitions, kind of get a feel for how things move along without as many transitions. And as I get more and more involved into using LumaFusion and increasing my knowledge base, looking forward to doing some other things, adding titles, adding sound bites and stuff like that, and special effects. So again, with that, enjoy these photos. And again, you may hear some voiceover. Thanks very much for watching the video, and you guys have a great one. So as I was walking along this bike path, I came across a lot of action on the water. Love the shots I was able to get, especially of this boat landing. Love the fact that I didn't have to get too close to the water's edge to get some of the images that I came across, from getting across the water to these pair of shoes to folks enjoying their jet skis and motorboats and canoeing and kayaking. Getting all the different zoom length to capture some pretty interesting photos. I really like the detail that I was able to get in the photos. And it's also like some of the interesting things I saw along the way, particularly like how in this shot and one to follow, I was able to zoom in and capture some images and a reflection of the glass in the window. So all in all, really enjoying this lens, really looking forward to the next time I use it, whether that be for travel or just, going out and maybe even deciding to do some street photography with this thing.